Flash. December 28, 9:51 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Flash, 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 flash. Whoa. Still no Mia. What? Flash with the big deal. So sorry, Flash Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with a stun gun yesterday. Or I almost gave it another rim shot then. It's just not worth it. It was close though. Anyway, today's the last Flash day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgelord is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Flash, 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 flash. Whoa! What, Flash? What are you doing? Sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Flash, right. Good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out, dear. Flash, 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 flash. Whoa, yeah, pal. Oh, Gumshoe. What's got it into that girl? Flash, Detective Gumshoe. Flash morning, Mr. Edgelord. Good morning. How'd it go, Detective? Flash, have no fear, as promised, captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Flash, thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgelord if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember Flash, and I'm going to prove it. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgelord. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Flash. Flash. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of proceedings in this trial. Now ask the prosecution to submit decisive evidence. Understood. Flash. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. Yeah, like he's going to get up and be like, yeah, I did it. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? Objection! The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. I'm really sorry just leaving you yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, I'm gonna prove it. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. Makes sense. I wasn't running away or nothing. Went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. Was there food for Polly? We can't, I mean... What's the rule? Press everything? Probably shouldn't press everything on this one. Dude's being pretty angry. He wasn't running. It's irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Maybe. Why is he figuring? You need to have a thing. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yup. Seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or... maybe you're lying about not having your memory. Whoa, you know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he is lying, then show the court proof. I don't have proof. How are we supposed to know? I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. You do have it. Hold it! How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgelord and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Objection! Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness had no memory of anything beyond several years ago. Flash, he can't hold a grudge, it's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness' memory of the past lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Night, Valkyrie. Have a great sleep. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho ho! Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell me. Tell us this witness' name. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to trick him into saying it. We'll just, you know. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. You don't recognize him? You worked with him only 15 years ago. Come on. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Flash. Flash, Yanni Yogi. From the Dl6 Incident. Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, Flash, how do you propose to prove this to the court? And fingerprint him? Like, this is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Flashes. Nick, I'm still not Mia, and Chad is very disappointed. How are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. I called it. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. Flash. What? No fingerprints? Oh, you see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup. Flash, what? Flash, you burned your fingerprint stuff to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. Flash, no. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? DNA. Come on, surely we had DNA back in the early 2000s. It seems that the case has been decided. No? No. I know what happened. I know everything. Flash just can't prove it. No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. We know the stuff. Yeah, what's in the box? What's in the box? Yeah, I love that. That's so good. Except he's a jerk. Why does it have to be him? There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, Flash, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief. That actually wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, very funny Sir Winner von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot. What is it, Nick? Flash, no, you're not going to. Your Honor? Flash, the defense would like to take Mr. von Karma up on his proposal. Flash, take Mr. von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order, Flash, order! Well, Flash, what do you think, Mr. von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Objection! Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Flash, well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, Flash, still want to go through with your little game? I mean, like, yeah, sure. Why not? Let the parrot take the stand. Flash, I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. Flash, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance, Flash. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Best line ever. Oh, who's a pretty Polly? That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Flash name! The witness is ignoring me. Must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. We'll not let the defense hawk their positions from overhead. We'll have it squawked from the witness' own beak. Puns. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello, squawk. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? Flash? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Hello, squawk. That's it. That's the only witness. You can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. You talk to her. Flash, right. What do I say? It's have we forgotten something? We'll go through. We'll do save this one for last. Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly, squawk. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does it have anything to do with her owner's identity? Okay, well, I mean... No. Well, I guess it doesn't really have anything to do with that. No. Please only ask questions pertaining to the matter at hand. Okay, my bad. Very well. Let's continue your testimony. But, you know, set it up that we can get her to answer. Witness, you can't say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. You talk to her. Right, Flash, what do I say? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Squawk. Don't forget Dl6, squawk. I get Polly to say that here. I will prove that the caretaker had something to do with Dl6. And Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello? Squawk? What? Flash, that's not what you were supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello, squawk? Oh. It's not working. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me Volcamo expected this. He retrained the parrot. It's got to be the last one then. Testify. What's the safe number? Safe, why? Let's try to get her to say anything. Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Huh! Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? He said, "Fair boy, yeah, it's weird. It's a weird story." The Dl6 Case File? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number? Wait, I need to look at it again. It's in the case summary. 1228. Is it anywhere else? No. Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary. Specifically the date on which the Dl6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago. And the number on the safe is 1228. Ah. He used the date of the Dl6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important the date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Objection! Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone is a little weak for evidence. In a murder trial. We need some other corroborating evidence. Am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? I think we're right with the bullet thing. The murder weapon was fired twice. I think that sort of tells us that Edgelord's dream of him throwing the gun and it going off once doesn't happen. Oh. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. That's why he wants revenge. But he's seeking revenge against the wrong person.
Hold it!
Yeah. What's your name? What's your name? Polly. Polly. Mr. Wright. I think we've established that the parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Yes. Yes, it does. Objection, attorney is badgering the parrot. Huh, fascinating. You claim that parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. You're taking bluffing a little too far. Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor. Yeah, I mean, Polly's a pretty common bird name though. It doesn't really tie it to her. The proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is...
Take that!
The Dl6 case file? Again? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is the proof? It's a 3-page file. Sure, so stop wasting our time. Make sure I get the right page there. Suspect data. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Where in this file is information connected to this parrot's name? It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See? Indeed, it does say that, yes. That's motive. What was his fiancée's name? Polly. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see, I guess that's possible. Sure. By a mere coincidence, that is all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Oh, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, Flash, 2 coincidences at the same time means more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Flash immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Flash. Oh, he's standing up straight now. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. It's Nick. He looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. Oh, unless he was paid by dude to do it. And 15 years has just passed. So now he can't be done for it, but he can be done for the murder of Hammond. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order. Order. Yanni Yogi. Was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgelord for his death? Yes. It was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent. Get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. Flash, I was innocent. Really. But he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgelord. I have no regrets. Flash, wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgelord? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgelord yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Karma. Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgelord, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? Yeah, Mia didn't show up for the whole episode. I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgelord, not guilty. Von Karma loses his first case ever. We're on for a winning streak. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgelord. Your Honor. All the flashing. I object to your judgment. What do you flash mean? Flash, I'm not innocent at all. As we've heard, Johnny Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Flash, Nick Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the Dl6 Incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Flash, uh-oh, what do I do? Objection.
Objection!
Judgment has already passed. I object to Edgelord's outburst. Flash. Did something like this happen? Yes. Oh, so he doesn't care about losing this case. He just wanted revenge on losing the points way back in the day. Is he trying to get himself guilty to a previous case? It's kind of weird. And he misremembers what happened. Yeah, didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgelord. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgelord out. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Johnny Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the Dl6 incident. Flash, it was me. Flash, Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty of the Dl6 statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit, Flash, is me. Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. Flash, a crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Flash, bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago, Flash. 15 years ago? Nope, as they just said, the statute of limitation is 15 years. And it runs out today. So they need to start the trial today. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. And also all the laws are made up to make believe for video games. Homicide has no statutes of limitation. This isn't... Well, that depends on what country you're in, for starters, because it's not a global law rules. And this is video games, so video games. I'm sorry, Wright. I've wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgelord, don't just believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder no matter what the circumstances. Even if murder doesn't mean murder in different languages. This is crazy. Just crazy. Come on. Like, we've got like, I don't know how much left is in this case, but where's Mia? Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgelord is innocent. I believe there was a flash and another flash. What flash are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. No, he admitted to a dream. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry. Oh no, that's me. I'm sorry, Edgelord. But I don't believe your nightmare. Well, what flash? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right? Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgelord has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, through pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on Dl6 Incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? Nope. No, Your Honor. Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth, Lord, take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgelord. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgelord, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgelord. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgelord was telling me about this dream yesterday, I noticed something. / one detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please, please summon Mia. The Dl6 Incident. That day, I'd gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. Oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. No. Maybe. Victim data.
Objection!
You sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. And everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. Now, that could have been the shot that went out the window. Maybe Von Karma didn't do the murder. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? Flash, I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly, Flash, the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. Oh man, I was thinking it was Von Karma through the window. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof the second shot had anything to do with this incident. Yes, there it is. I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Yes. Your Honor, I think it'll be able to show you the proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Sir Wright. Show us your proof. Yeah, well, after we prove him wrong. You have evidence that this second firing of the pistol is related to this incident. Where's the photo?
Take that!
Take that! Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please. Please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Well, it either shows that it was fired twice, or that the shot came from outside. Either way. Oh, yeah.
Take that!
Take that! It should be obvious in the contradiction is here. I see, a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Flash. Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. Flash, we also know the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order. Order. Flash, Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, Flash, we must agree the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Flash Wright, but who could that someone else be? Flash, the murderer, of course.
Objection!
Come on, do the pointy finger thing. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the Dl6 Incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary. That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. Flash. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Disc, disc, disc. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this flash happen? I don't believe that second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? Flash, what are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Flash, I'm sorry, Maya. Flash, what? It looks like I was wrong. Nick. If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. Flash, but you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgelord declared innocent. Is she getting stressed? Maybe she's getting stressed, boys. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph I thought the 2 shots had been fired. Maybe it was the one shot from outside. That's got it, come on. And it was Karma. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot, but now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved. We did pick it. One shot from outside the elevator. Karma killed him with his own gun. The gun that he gave to Yanni Yogi to do the current case murders. Did Panz go Galaxy back in like Act 4? Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgelord. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgelord before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, Flash. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though it was not your intention? Yes, I did. Come on, Phoenix. Mia? Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Come on, Phoenix. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here. Edgelord threw the gun, though. He didn't fire it. It's considered, that's considered his shot, apparently, in Nintendo Land. It's not even manslaughter. It's negligent actions resulting in death. Which, I don't even know if that, you know... Right now! Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? Phoenix, if I push this button and you don't object... I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright!
Objection!
Your Honor! Flash, I object! Disc, disc, disc. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick? I don't know, his case is perfect. Oh no. Flash. Grrr. It must exist. We did it. The second bullet. You know why there's no second bullet. Come on. Think about it. Wait, wait, wait. Is that all we got? We got one frame? Or what? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. Okay, we got two frames. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Mr. Wright. Wake up, Phoenix. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed. What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping. It's... Someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer.
Objection.
The murderer? Then tell us just who this murderer. Who is this murderer? Come on, it's Karma. It's gotta be Karma. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a straight bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Adam Sims, yeah, I know, right? Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for a stray bullet? Haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Flash, the murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. The murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know. Okay, I don't think I got it right now. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yeah, I guess that's how it would work. Yeah. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Flash, Miles, Edgelord, and Yanni Yogi were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside. Hey, okay. I might have picked this. I still think it's Karma. Two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. And the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Okay, so he didn't shoot through the door, but I think we got close here. Mr. Wright, you're truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you're saying. Like, are we going to ask this, like, 80-year-old man to take off his shirt in court? I really don't want to see it. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it! No one involved with this incident was wounded. Flash, there was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Flash, hey Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Flash, crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Yeah, we picked up on this. Flash, wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months. Because he'd been shot. That's why he took the vacation. Not because his ego had been bruised. Yeah, it's unusual. The first and the last vacation he's taken. I think I made it like 99% to Galaxy, like halfway through the game. I didn't see him opening the door. I thought he single shot through the window. But took it because he was injured, which would mean it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the Dl6 incident. But then why did your mum get it wrong? He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. Edgelord. Flash, it was Von Karma. Oh man. Flash, something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Yeah, but if he didn't know who shot him, why wouldn't he? He would have just said that, right? Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Come on, Phoenix, don't wimp out now. Oh. No, come on. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this certainly is interesting news. Who is your suspect? Come on, Phoenix. The what? Von Karma. Von Karma. He looks happy to like we've fallen into his trap. We just played his activated his trap card. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? Bah. You don't object? I see no need. My honor, this is ridiculous. Outburst with my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident, yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Flash, why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Is that why he's always grasping at his thing? Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgelord. Statute of limitations is like right now. I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Yeah, that would leave a bullet in his shoulder as well. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. Do we still have the magnet detector? We do! We do! We do! Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Why can't you pull bullets out yourself? Because it's Nintendo Land. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma's shot was...
Take that!
Von Karma is perfect, he wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. But then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is the possibility the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible? For all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. Whoa! Haven't seen that one this game. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means... you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Oh, Judge, finally, Judge wakes up. Turns on logic brain. Order, order, order! Your Honor, the defense request will be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. Get him, Phoenix. The statute of limitation runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Right here, right now. Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Beep. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. Oh, Edgelord's not happy. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the Dl6 incident. I claim the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to Dl6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from Dl6? Hey, just give me a knife, buddy, I'll prove it. Of course he can't. You don't have any of the Dl6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. Except one thing. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. No, I'm the one who's... yeah, okay. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgelord? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the Dl6 incident. And here's my final proof.
Take that!
That's... a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the Dl6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgelord. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One bullet removed from Gregory Edgelord's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. You could analyze both bullets, and if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words. The murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgelord. Flash, flash, flash. Flash, flash. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove that bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma. Whoa, man. If Vegeta keeps Super Saiyaning like that, he's going to destroy the whole planet. That scream. That's the scream he remembers. Remember he said he heard a scream in the, when he was in the elevator? He thought it was his dad. It wasn't. It was Von Karma. I've heard that scream before. Wait. I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. It's that scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma. What? Only you. So it was you. You and your... What's with everyone's spiky hair? You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor. I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgelord would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgelord. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. He picked up the gun. I saw 3 people inside, all laying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgelord was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now. End it. Very well. appears that we have come to a very long way to end this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgelord. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgelord, not guilty. And then? That is all this court is a... What? No! No! December 28, 5:38 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Nick, we did it! Yeah, but why didn't they trial what's-his-face right then and there? The same, like he said earlier, he set his own precedent. The trial needs to happen today. So he should get trialed straight away. Otherwise, like, he can't get convicted because the statute of limitation ends today. Can't be next trial starter. We did it. Did you see his face? Well, Karma Flash looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. I gotta say, Flash, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. Flash, but now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgelord. Right. Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. Flash, I know. Try. Thank you. I see. Thank you, right? You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. Flash, you've got a lot to learn, Edgelord. She's got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. Flash, I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. Flash, and tonight, let's party! Dinner's on me! Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. Flash, but who cares? Flash, Mr. Edgelord, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Flash, Flash, whoop! What? Why is he whoop? Edgelord's whooping. Flash, I feel foolish. Flash, don't worry. Take a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgelord this unguarded. Flash, hey y'all. Flash, Lotta. Y'all great in there. Thank you. Flash, yo, Edgelord, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Flash, just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if there was one. You were the witness on the first day of trial, weren't you? Yeah, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are y'all gonna do now? Oh wait, that's me. Speaking of which, what are you going to do now, Lotta? Oh, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Flash, huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? Wow, the whole gang is here. It's over! My life is over! Oh, did, Vicarance or whatever his name... Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kiance. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy Flash, there you are. Oh, Flash, yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Flash, here's a little gift from me in celebration. Flash, celebration? That's unusual for you. Flash, Harry Butts. You come along tonight too, Flash, my tree pal. Huh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Oh yeah, that's strange. People give money to celebrate sometimes. It's It's $38. Larry stole the lunch money. What a win amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly. Flash, Nick. Wasn't that the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgelord in school? $38. Alright. No, Larry, it was you? Flash, what are you surprised about, right? If something stinks, it's always the butts, right? Huh, Flash? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. Flash, what? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off but was bored, so he came into school anyway. And he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgelord, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like you did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really right, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgelord. Flash, you shouldn't have told me. Flash, now Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgelord? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Grr. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Flash, well, you've always been something of insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, you get worked up too easily too, Flash. The death sentence for both of you. Flash, man, if only I'd known how to become a prosecutor. And the same goes for me. Only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgelord? Want to switch, right? Flash, hey y'all. Line up, I'll take a photo. Flash, hey, photo time, let's go. Flash, and after that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgelord's newfound freedom, even though Edgelord himself was still in detention. December 29, 5:02 AM. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Oh, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Oh, too much drinky. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Flash. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgelord too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Aww. Goodbye? What time is it? Flash. Ah! The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. Hey, I don't know why Edgelord was in detention. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya, Flash. So much flashing. Phoenix. Nope, Maya. Nope. So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Hold it! Oh yeah, Maya and Mia. Beeps? Is Beeps named after the metal detector? What? I never could have saved Edgelord without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end of when I thought we'd lost everything. And in between, we saw her for 6 individual frames. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg had, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything, Flash. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Flash? Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. It was the bullet.
Take that!
Yeah, take that! A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to Dl6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Flash, huh? Flash, I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. Flash. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Flash. That's it. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Huh! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. I got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
Hey pal, Mr. Edgelord came down the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? I have not played Ghost Trick. Kerbal's gonna have to be another day starter. Ah, Nick, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Phoenix Wright. Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Phoenix Wright. Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Oh, yeah, that's right. Then she goes real fast and I'm not reading it. No, Suzuki. I'm pleased to announce the Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal, Sniff. Oh, and I keep my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living anyway? We're gonna hear from everyone? That's Cody. Right, who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess. Alright. But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ah, what a dog. I was kind of shocked with a boy for a tender age. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. It's gonna be Mia. Yeah, be a photo with Mia. There you go, boys. Mia made it eventually. Hold it! A brand new episode has been added. Oh, we don't get to go to the next game yet. We get the bonus episode. We're going to play the worst case bonus episode. And you're going to tune in next Monday and you're going to love it anyway.